guys, today we are going to do a sit down chat video. I have been kind of mixing up my content lately for my body positivity series, and if you have liked those videos so far, let me know. The ones that are kind of like just following along with the video, but I'm kind of doing the voiceover. I kind of have started enjoying doing those types of videos because it's a different way for me to be creative, and it's a different way for me to unlock that different type of being creative too. So I've kind of enjoyed doing those types of videos. But please let me know if you want to see more of those. I will definitely do more of those on, this series, or even on just my regular vlogs. Again, I really enjoyed just switching up my content and trying different things, so let me know what you guys think. But today I want to talk about body acceptance, but when is it taken too far? And the reason I say that is because with me going on this journey, and I have, started following other people who talk about it. And then I have noticed there's a channel that I actually watch who does reactions on other YouTubers. That I've seen that there are some YouTubers that are probably, very overweight, that kind of promote like being bigger is better. And I think one of the biggest things that I realized of going on this journey for myself is I had to figure out why I was doing it and what my purpose was. Because I think the biggest thing is when you're trying to learn to love yourself and to focus your attention on that, is to learn why you're doing it. And I think that a lot of times people want to lose weight, or we want to change our appearances for other people, for society to fit in better. And I think that to do it for those reasons isn't necessarily the best reasons. I think we need to say, okay, let's take a step back and say, like, what are my reasons? And for me, I know that being I think right now my weight's like 167. For me, that's just like a lot of weight to be carrying around. And especially because I know that your weight is going to fluctuate from day to day depending on what you're eating and what you're not eating, and what you're putting in your body. I completely understand that, but I also know for me personally, I just was very unhappy for a very long time. And when I decided to do this journey, like I've always talked about, I decided that I was just going to accept myself the way I am right now, going forward, how my body is. And then once I got into a good point, I would again take that next step to do what I needed to do for myself to become a little bit more healthier. And in the next video that I do in the series, I'm going to talk about how being healthy looks different for everybody, because it definitely does. But just for me, I know that with wanting to start a family and knowing that I want to be able to run around with my kids and have a great time, I wanted to be in the best shape of my life. Now, I'm not saying I need to be like super skinny and really muscular and all this stuff. I just want to be in a more healthier, maybe weight size, and just not be out of breath when walking up the stairs or doing certain things. I want to be able to run around with my kids and just have a good time and not be exhausted. And that's why I say that you need to figure out what you want to do for you and not for other people. But I also think it's easy to get influenced by other people and think that maybe you don't necessarily have to change anything about yourself. And of course, nobody has to ever change anything about themselves. Like, if you're in a bigger body and you're happy, then that is absolutely great. You don't have to do anything that you don't want to do. But I think there are some influencers out there who are in bigger bodies that promote this life like it's better to be bigger and you're happier and you don't have to lose weight because that's not going to make you feel better about yourself. But they are portraying this as like life is great, I'm doing great, but on the other side of that, they are struggling because they are so much overweight. And because it's hard for them to move around, and because life is difficult for them, you know, sitting in cars or planes or whatever it is difficult for them. So that's why I think if you're going to go on a body acceptance, body neutral, whatever you want to call it for yourself kind of journey, you have to realize that I think there are some creators that are taking it too far, that are trying to make us believe that it's better to be bigger, that where you would be still be happy and still love yourself, which you, again, absolutely can. I'm not saying you can't, but I think there's a dangerous line of promoting these bigger bodies that, you know, are maybe very overweight. Like, there are some creators out there that are 400 to 500 pounds, and they're promoting it like it's great to be that big. And I don't necessarily think anybody wants to be that big. That's not somebody's like life goal to be that huge. But I think it's a dangerous line when you are promoting that it's okay that you're that big, or it's, you know, better for you because big girls have more fun, or whatever way they want to put it. I just think it's a dangerous line. So I think the biggest thing that I want to let anybody know, or even when I was deciding to go on this journey, like, I am 160. In being in that range, someone would watch my videos and be like, that's not that big. Like, I don't understand why you're having issues with the way you look at yourself. Like, you could be bigger. And I absolutely understand that, because coming from somebody else's point of view, they don't view that as that big of a deal. But I think for me, because for so long I have had a horrible mindset, and I went through some, you know, traumatic things in my life, and were in, you know, emotionally abusive relationships in the past, where I was told I wasn't good enough unless I was a certain size or I looked a certain way. It stuck with me for a long time. So that is my why. You know, I found that for me to be at peace and be more centered with myself, I had to fix my relationship with working out and food and how I viewed my body. And I myself am not happy that, for me, I feel like I'm overweight. And again, there are going to be a lot of people who are like, girl, that is nothing. But to me, it's a lot. So, you know, maybe for me, dropping 10 to 15 pounds wouldn't be that big of a deal, because, you know, that's where I think I need to be, or that I want to be, or however you like think about that, that's just what I would prefer. So I just think that the more that I go on this journey, and the more that I consume other people who promote this, you know, body acceptance, body positivity, I think there is, you know, a point where it could be taken too far, and it could be promoting, you know, things that aren't necessarily good for people, or weights that are good for people. Now, there is one girl that I know that I've seen who is in a bigger body, who is promoting loving herself and trying to love herself, but she's also trying to lose weight, which I think is, you know, beautiful as it is. But I think there are, again, also creators out there who are just promoting bigness and promoting that they're happy and life is great, but they're not showing the struggles of their everyday, or the struggles of finding clothes that fit, or the things that they're going through, like mentally, for their mental health, to kind of the strains that puts on your body and your mind. So I think that if you're anybody who sees this video, I am not bashing anybody who is that big. I think that to each of your own, you choose how to live your life, you choose what you eat, you choose how you exercise, how you move your body. That's all up to you. But I think that if you're somebody who's going to focus on yourself and focus on your body and focus on maybe trying to do, body acceptance or body positivity or body neutral, that's another one I've seen that I think I'll talk about in the future. But however way you look at it, whatever way you want to look at it, I think that, again, you need to know why you're doing it, and you need to focus on you and not focus on what everybody else is telling you. Because there's going to be, again, social media is always a place where there's going to be people who are smaller, who are promoting eating healthier and working out all the time so you can be a certain shape or a certain size. And then you have the people who are kind of on the other side of that, who are bigger, who are like, you know what, you don't have to lose weight, you're beautiful in this bigger body, you don't have to do anything to change yourself. And then you kind of have the people who are in the middle, which I kind of feel like I'm in the middle of, where I do love my body at this, bigger weight, but I also know, just for me and how I feel personally going forward, I know that I want to eat healthier and I want to exercise and I want to be, the best that I can for my future family that I have. And again, being able to run around with my kids and have a great time and just not be exhausted and feeling run down. And I just think, preferably for me, that's where I'm at. So again, you have these 3 different sides of everything. Everybody has their own stories. Everybody has their own struggles. So that's why I say, I think body acceptance is great. I think that we need to talk about it more. We need to talk about our bodies and how we're feeling and all that. But again, I think that there are points when it's taken too far, and there are people out there that encourage, you to just eat whatever you want and not exercise and just be happy with yourself. But again, I think, each to their own. Like, however you want to live your life is however you want to live your life. And however you want to promote that on social media is how you want to promote that. But again, I think that no matter body acceptance, losing weight, exercising, whatever it is in life that you are working towards, again, you need to do it for you, and you need to figure out your why and not take it from everybody else that is trying to tell you how to live your life, because that's where the mixed messaging can come from. And I am here to encourage anybody to do whatever they want. You want to work on accepting yourself kind of like I am right now, the way you are. Absolutely do that. If you want to go on that journey of losing weight and eating healthier and getting in a better position, in life overall, absolutely do that. I will encourage anybody to do that. And again, like I said, I am not bashing these women that I've seen, mostly that are really overweight, that are trying to promote this as it's the best thing in their life, because again, I just don't think they're showing the struggles of daily life and the mental toll it takes on them to, I think, produce videos and then also always be judged. But I think there is power in loving yourself and wearing things that you love and loving your body the way it is, and not necessarily trying to be controlled by the outside world. Because I do follow someone on Instagram who is in a bigger body, who shows, eating healthy, but also shows not eating healthy, and shows, going to the gym and exercising and all that. And I think that is awesome, because that shows people that maybe in a bigger body who want to start, eating healthier, going to the gym, that you can still wear, certain outfits and feel pretty in them, or, not feel a certain way wearing them, because, you're allowed to wear what you want to wear working out or going out. So I think, like, when I see her, I'm really inspired because she's someone who's showing like she was at a skinnier point and she wasn't happy, and then she gained a little bit of weight and now she's happy with herself. So I also just think too that even on the side of losing weight, there are people who lose a lot of weight and you're still not happy. So you kind of just, again, have to find that happy medium for yourself. Find the things that are going to work for you and your why. Again, like, why are you doing it? Why do you want to do it? And it's always for you. It's not for anybody else but yourself. And kind of keep going in that direction. And I will always share my thoughts and feelings about certain things because that's just who I am. And I think that it's important, again, for people to maybe hear that or to, you know, listen to what I talked about today, because I do think, again, that body acceptance is a very strong platform and can be very helpful for a lot of people. But again, you have to ask yourself, but when is it taken too far? And you know, these people who are trying to promote that it's better to be in bigger bodies, like, I don't think it's better to be in bigger bodies. I don't think it's better to be super skinny. Like, again, find out what works for you and what's going to make you happy, and then work towards that, and then kind of work towards that for the rest of your life. So that was kind of my chat rant today, because it's kind of how I'm feeling just with all the, you know, content that I am, you know, viewing, and, you know, all the things that I have seen. So again, just beware of social media and what people are sharing, but don't let it influence you. Figure out what you need to do for yourself and what's going to make you happy, and then do that. You know, accept yourself the way you are today. If you want to lose weight, if you want to eat healthy, again, do whatever you need to do for yourself and keep going and doing that, because social media will always throw all these different opinions at you and you will get very consumed in it and very confused. So if you're in that state right now, take a step back and figure out what you need to do for yourself, and then go forward. And maybe that's taking a step back from social media and not consuming so much, because you need to focus on you. So thanks for letting me chat with you guys today, and I will talk to you again real soon in the next vlog. Bye guys.